Van-like MPVs. Old people like them because they're easily accessible and give good all-round visibility. Foreign people seem to like them. No, I don't know why either. Someone else who seems to like them is the family man. Maybe it's because they come in around £1,000 cheaper than your slightly less practical, conventional 7-seat MPV. This is the Ford Tourneo, or Tourneo, and it's going to be the hardest review I've ever done because it's hard to cast wit on a car that nobody particularly wants, just needs. So it's either going to be a really boring review or a really short review. I'll let you decide that. See, the Tourneo is a van cum MPV, and it's what the daughter is to the mother-in-law. A bit more practical, a bit more flexible, and hopefully as a result, a bit more fun. In the front, the driving position feels very much like a van, and unless you pick the Tourneo in a brown colour, then everyone's going to be moving out the way to let you pull in and out as you please, because you are driving a van. A similar interior to the old Focus is found inside the Tourneo, but this was back in the days when Ford's dashboards had buttons sneezed onto them. We're also left with this dated little screen, which is undeserving of the infotainment title. In-car storage though really is the Tourneo's party piece. The style spec has been dropped for the Tourneo now, which was the base level model, leaving buyers with only the Zetec or the Titanium. Personally, however, I think the DAB digital radio and the essential CD player and aircon of the Zetec is more than enough. But if you simply can't live without those automatic headlights, then there is the Titanium model. Something to remember as well is that the Tourneo is firmly parked on Van Man's patch, which means cheaper materials all round. Yes, hard wearing, but not very nice. But lower down, not too good either. And as well, cheap feeling seats. It comes with 3 seats in the back, very generous leg room, picnic tables, massive headroom, even with the panoramic roof. You can even go for the Grand Tourneo and specify 7 seats. That's 2 extra child seats, may I stress, in the very back of the van. The boot lid is that big that it can act like a shelter. So when you stop on the M3 and have your sandwiches, take note, pensioners. Although complicated to begin with, you can fold all of the seats relatively flat in the back of the Tourneo, which means it is IKEA friendly. Lucky for some, but unlucky for the person who has to put all the furniture together. Now, as we know, Fords are renowned for their handling, but even Ford themselves aren't miracle workers. This is a van, and it's simply an A to B car van. So don't expect handling to be too, well, good. It's not exactly fun to drive, but you can control it. Body roll is minimal, and refinement is good if you ignore the wind whistle when you're on the motorway. I'm pleased to say, however, that it is miles better than Barry's Berlingo, the pensioner's choice. I'd say the best engine to go for is the 1.6 diesel. It's a van, so diesel seems logical, and 1.6 is just about enough to keep you going along the road and get up the hills. However, it takes about 15 seconds to get to 60. However, the 1.6 diesel is the best bet because the petrol engines just don't cut it. Why do people buy van-like MPVs? They're big, roomy, and have sliding doors. To be honest, the Tourneo doesn't really do much wrong. It is something that can't really be critiqued. It's just basic, and basic is what people who buy this van/car want. So there we are, viewers. If you need one, buy one. If you wouldn't be seen dead in a Tourneo, then buy a regular MPV. But whatever you do, don't buy a Citroen Berlingo.